What's going on? Welcome to the live stream. We do have some very important news I want to share to you. Today is May 23rd. We just hit midnight, and I want to bring two very important information. Number one, we have some more updates about the vaccine. It's very extremely important to bring that up. There's been a lot of talk about, again, for the past 4 years about this remedy, the shot. All right, so we're gonna talk more about that. Number two, the U.S. president is reportedly set to announce or to sign a series of executive orders. All right, as early as tomorrow, and the executive order is basically about nuclear. All right. So, hey, how you doing, guys? Welcome and God bless. God bless. God bless. It was a long day today at work, and I had to fix a sink. Remove the faucet. I'm so tired right now, and it's been a lot of work today. So, okay, so two breaking news for those of you that tuned in. We're gonna talk about the vaccine. All right, so there's some stuff, guys, some stuff. All right, and please pray for everyone around the world. It's very concerning now, guys. It seems like we're about to see some very disturbing events, and they're gonna release a lot of information about the 2020 stuff. All right, so remember, guys, we did talk about this yesterday, and I was talking to my wife about it. My wife, she's like, it's very concerning because there's a lot of teens, young boys that is being impacted, and there's been a lot of like the Olympics, or even LeBron James' son. You guys already know about his issue. All right, so we're gonna get to that, but I want to talk about this one here. I want to talk about this one. All right, so was alert just put out this information. It's very important. So the president is reportedly set to sign a series of executive orders as early as tomorrow aimed at boosting nuclear power across the United States of America. The orders are expected to ease regulation and streamline the approval process for new nuclear reactors. Now, Canadian Prepper, he posted something. He said this is for nuclear weapons. Nuclear weapons. All right. So other people are saying that this is a good thing. Other people are saying this is a bad thing. Give me a second here. I just want to bring this up really quick. This is what Canadian Prepper said. It's for making nuclear weapons. So the U.S. president to invoke wartime act on uranium set to sign nuclear orders to increase nuclear energy in the United States of America. All right. So Canadian Prepper believe that it's for nuclear weapons. All right. So at the same time, guys, we have a new nuclear bomb. And this one here was announced today. All right. So we do have a new nuclear. It's very powerful. It was supposed to be done next year, but we got it done early. All right. And the other day, we did fire a Minuteman 3 ICBM. And you guys know Donald, he announced the Golden Dome. So we are preparing for something big here. We are literally preparing for some kind of biblical war. All right, so give me a second here. Let's see what's going on with this important news about the announcement from the president. So Donald nuclear power update as new order may bring back Cold War era act. All right, so give me a second here. Please share the video, guys. Please share the video. Thank you so much for tuning in. A Cold War era statute could soon return to the forefront of American energy policy as the US president prepares to sign a series of executive orders, possibly as soon as Friday, designed to jumpstart the domestic nuclear energy industry. Now, the four sources familiar with the matter told Reuters that the forthcoming order aimed to simplify the regulatory process for approving new nuclear reactors and to strengthen nuclear fuel supply chains amid mounting concerns over U.S. dependence on foreign suppliers. So, why it matters? Well, facing the first significant increase in U.S. power demand in 2 decades, driven largely by the explosion of artificial intelligence technologies and the data centers powering them, the U.S. president declared a national energy emergency on his first day back in office. Now, Energy Secretary Chris Wright, remember that name, Chris Wright. Chris Wright has likened the new effort to a Manhattan Project 2, invoking the scale and urgency of the U.S. Gov World War II nuclear weapons. All right, so we are definitely seeing something here, guys. Now, Chris Wright, he is the one that came out today and announced that America has a new nuclear bomb. We have something that is very powerful. So it was announced today. Chris Wright is the one that brought out the news. Give me a second here, guys. We are definitely getting ready for something here. All right, so the president, national energy emergency allows for increased mining and drilling from coast to coast for coal, crude oil, natural gas, and refined petroleum product and uranium. It sounds like Iran stuff here. So, a draft summary of the executive orders reviewed by Reuters indicate that Donald will invoke the Defense Production Act, originally enacted during the Cold War, to declare a national emergency over reliance on Russia and China for enriched uranium, nuclear fuel processing, and components for advanced reactors. The orders also direct key federal agency to identify lands and facility suitable for nuclear energy development while streamlining the permitting and construction process. In addition, the Energy and Defense Department are instructed to accelerate deployment strategies, and the Energy Department is encouraged to use loan guarantees and direct finance thanks to the legislation passed during former President Joe. However, the LPO has since suffered major staff reduction under Trump's second term. All right. So once again, Donald is going to make a huge announcement. I'm not going to read the whole thing here, guys, because I do have the second news, which is the vaccine. We have a lot more updates about that one, which is very concerning. But again, for those of you tuned in, the president will be signing some very important executive order, very important ones. And yeah, so this is the one right here. All right, so for those of you that tuned in, really quick, president is reportedly set to sign a series of executive order as early as tomorrow. All right. Okay, let's go with the next news here, guys. And this one here, we need to pray for a lot of young ones. I'm talking about teenagers, all right? Not females, but again, young boys and young men. A new bombshell report reveals that Joe officials delayed myocarditis. I think that's how you pronounce it. It basically has something to do with the heart. Risk linked to the vaccine. So they knew that there was something strange going on with this remedy, again, vaccine. They knew there was something going on with this remedy. And last night we talked about how they're going to be putting these labels on the bottles of the vaccine that, it caused serious heart issue and this and that after what, 4 years? Now all of a sudden they want to tell us that it's some side effect. Okay, so a Senate report released on Wednesday by Senator Ron Johnson alleges that U.S. health officials were aware of myocarditis. I think that's how you pronounce it. Risk associated with the C19 remedy, but delayed public warnings and downplayed the issue. The 55-page interim report obtained by Fox News stems from Johnson's investigation as chairman of the Senate Permanent Subcommittee on Investigation into the Safety and Efficiency of the C19 remedy. The C19 remedy. They literally, again, forced so many people to take this thing. And now, all of a sudden, there's some issue going on. There's some very concerning issue that's going on. Now, guys, I know there hasn't been a lot of reports of, again, dropping DEAD. But I do believe there's a possibility we might see something pretty soon, because I do believe that this remedy, it does take time to get to your system, your body and stuff. And eventually it's going to impact people's heart. It's going to impact people's health issue. And like I said, I do believe that, again, you have, I don't want to say too much, but LeBron James, you guys know what happened to his son. I mean, that was brutal. That's a young kid. He should not be going through something like that. And then you had Jamie Foxx. You had Jamie Foxx. Something happened to him. And then you had Justin Bieber. One of his side face was like paralyzed, and then you had, again, this different side effect to all this. But it just, very disturbing that all of a sudden we're getting all these information that the side effect is only mostly in boys and young men. Okay, so the report, based on 2,473 pages of records subpoenaed from the Department of Health and Human Services under Donald administration, accuses Joe administration officials of withholding critical health information from both the public and subcommittee. So Joe seems like he was holding on to some very important stuff that could harm, again, the population. So they were holding on to something, and I guess someone told Joe, "Hey, we need to stop this because this remedy thing is just gonna hurt the population." So I guess under Joe, everything was kind of tight-lipped. But now Donald is in the spotlight. Everything is being brought out to light, and it's very concerning because a lot of young ones were given this remedy. Very sad. But guess what? Nothing's gonna happen to Joe. Nothing's gonna happen to these people. Ain't nothing's gonna happen to them. Okay. Johnson, who has sent over 70 oversight letters since 2021, many of which he claims were ignored, or inadequately addressed focuses on HHS handling of, I'm gonna skip that name there, a form of heart inflammation linked. Ugh, your heart. That's what it is. It's the heart. So this thing, this remedy is inflaming people's heart. And it's not females. It's not the female. It's the male. And it's, I think about this a lot too, guys, because we've been sounding the alarm. We've been telling people not to take this thing, not to take it. And now we are hearing that the hearts, this report of a young male, their heart is my gut tells me this is some depopulation stuff. All right, so according to the report, you have health officials at HHS, including, I'm gonna skip that name there, the CD, you know what, and the Food and Drug Administration were aware of this issue as early as February 2021. They knew about this. They knew about it. They knew that it was a red alert. They knew that it's warning SOS. This needs to stop. We cannot give it to the people. And it's been going on since, well, it kind of started in 2021. And you know who was president back in 2021? It was not Donald. So yeah, it seems like Joe, he knew, and he kind of stayed quiet. So what's going to happen now? What's next? Well, again, guys, I'm not trying to spook no one, but we don't know what's going to happen. All we know is that they kind of spilled the beans. Young male and teenagers are the ones that's going to be impacted. No females, just male. Okay. Now, the Holy Land Ministry of the Health had alerted the CD, you know who, officials about large of heart issues in young people following the remedy administration. Young people. Young people. Now, guys, I didn't take it. I mean, me and my family, we didn't take it. I know some people that took it. Um, and I don't want to say too much, but I know some of them that have strange health issue, and they're young. All right, they're like in their early 30s. All right, so I don't want to say too much, but again, for those of you that took the that remedy, do you guys feel like any difference? Do you guys feel like any strange side effect? I mean, what do again, leave comments down below. I mean, you don't have to put it out there again, but it's just something that we want to know, because we want to make sure that everybody is in good shape. But it just, very concerning. Okay, so according to okay, so once again, give me a second here. I want to take this pen. I gotta use this pen. Really quick. There we go. Okay, so once again, where is it? Okay, so young people, right? There you go. Young people is the one that's being impacted. So by April 2021, you had the agency, I'm skipped the name, officials were discussing safety signals. I guess they're trying to kind of keep everything tight-lipped and trying to fix this problem. All right. And it's for the heart issue. All right. Based on data from the US Department of Defense and the Holy Land, but did not properly warn the public. Unbelievable. The Bible does speak about a huge population decrease. The Bible talks about a huge decrease, huge decrease. And who's again the one person that really bothers me a lot, and he got away with it and made so much money. Um, you guys already know Dr. Anthony. There you go. I'm not gonna say his last name, but that man is gonna have to answer to God. He's gonna have to answer to God. Mm. And remember, guys, Joe, he pardoned him. All right, there's a reason why. So, all right, so give me a second here. On May 21st, remember that's when Joe was leader. HHS official considered issuing a health alert network message. Wow. Okay, so that's something new. They were planning on health alert issue message. Um, and this company here, once again, see the primary method for sharing urgent public health information with practitioners. And I'm going to skip all these names here. So they were planning on announcing some kind of urgent alert. It says here, however, the report states that these agencies officials opted against a formal HAN, choosing instead to post clinical consideration about the heart issue. So they didn't put that on their website. It should have been put on their website, but of course they're not going to do it. And the reason why, guys, is to try to keep everything silent. All right. So the only thing that you're going to find on their website is like good stuff, good things and all that. But they're not going to be posting no like scary stuff like, hey, by the way, if you take this juice, it's going to inflame your heart. And guys, if we were, if this would have been told to us 4 years ago, I guarantee a lot of people would have said, no, no, I don't want my young ones having heart failure or issue or cardiac arrest. It ain't going to happen. I guarantee that. But again, we weren't told that. The only thing we were told is that put on your face covering. This is an emergency and blah, 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 blah. The fear mongering that they put out there. Okay, so the notes confirm signals for the 16, 17, 18, 24 age groups. Despite this, you have Joe administration delayed updating. Delayed updating these remedy. Okay, so you got this one here, and then you have this one here. I'm not going to say their names. All right, so the juice labels to reflect the suggested increased risk of heart issues, all right, and other health issue. Wow. The reports claim that Joe delay in issuing a formal warning of young Americans by withholding transparent information by cardiac-related risk. Unbelievable. That snake, man. Oh, wow. That is wrong. So Joe refused to put the side effect and information on the labels on these remedies. He refused to put that. That is wrong. That is just wrong. That is just wrong. Mm, mm. No wonder he pardoned himself. No lie, guys. I'm not trying to be funny, but he did pardon himself. He pardoned his buddy Anthony, the guy that made a lot of money back in 2020. He pardoned all them people because he knew that Donald was going to go after them. Wow. Man. That is just... Okay, so give me a second. So once again, the report claims that Joe delayed in issuing formal warnings. And again, we have every right to know what's in these remedies and what's the side effect. Here's the problem, guys. You can't sue these. I mean, you can't sue these companies. You cannot sue. You cannot do nothing. You took it. That's, again, well, Lewis, they forced us. No, they didn't. All right. I mean, you had a choice. And again, yes, they said if, take the juice, you're going to be fired. Might as well be fired because, your body is very important. But again, I know Joe was scaring everyone to take this juice. According to, I'm going to skip that name there, data cited and reports of April 25th, there were 38,607 reported, there you go, and over 1.6 million adverse events worldwide associated with the remedy. Reports argued that the decision to downplay these risks and delay public warnings compromised public health. Delay public warning. Delay public warning. He really didn't care about the sleeping giant citizens. He knew that there is a risk and he didn't care. He didn't warn us. And you guys know for the past 4 years, he was never there for us. He gave billions of dollars to a country, the yellow and blue country. You guys already know Ukraine. He gave billions of dollars to them. He gave billions of dollars to the new people that came into our land. 20 plus million came in. So he was just focusing on, oh, by the way, just to let you guys know, those people that came into our sleeping giant land, they didn't take the juice. They didn't take this remedy. They didn't. They didn't take it. They didn't. It was only us, the sleeping giant citizens. They didn't have time to give it to them. They were just coming in, catch and release. They didn't get no remedy. It was only us. I guess it's the replacement. We are being replaced. All right, give me a second here. The report argues that the decision to downplay the risk and delay public warnings compromised public health. Once again, you have Senator Johnson reports is part of a broader efforts to scrutinize the safety and efficacy of the remedy. All right. The report underscores the need for greater transparency from health agency to ensure public trust and safety. Public trust. This is the reason, guys, this is the reason why many sleeping giant citizens don't even trust our own gov. Don't even trust none of them because of stuff like this. This is just insane. Well, as the investigation continues, Johnson and his team aim to uncover further details about handling of the remedy, safety data, and the decision-making process within HHS during the 2020 event. Unbelievable. All right, guys. So again, for those of you that tuned in, new bombshell report reveals that Joe officials delayed. I'm gonna skip that name there. So that's another update. Do me a favor, please pray for this channel. I should be talking about this on Patreon, but I just want to bring it up to many of you guys because, again, this is very important to share. You cannot trust these Looney Tunes in a spotlight. You can't trust them. And look, here's the thing. Even, again, I'm not trying to be mean here. And I know, there's a lot of people out there that support Donald. But remember, Donald is the one that helped push the warp speed. He's the one that helped push this thing, all right? Now, I believe that Donald didn't know it. He was just being used, all right? Donald is being used. And we see in 2020, again, there was a lot of rhinos. There was a lot of rhinos. Give me a second here, guys. Hmm. I'm sorry, guys. I'm looking for something here. Okay, so End Time Headlines just post this. I'm not aware of this news. I don't know what's going on here. Where is it? Okay. What are they preparing for in the near future? So I have no idea what's going on here. Um, so he has a podcast. We discuss how the WHO has signed an international 2020 response treaty without the US. What this means, what they are potentially preparing for, and how this ties into the vision of Stargate for the healthcare industry. I don't care what these people do. They could come together. They could go in the underground city bunker. They can do whatever they want. All I know is they're gonna have to answer to God. They're gonna have to answer to God. All these people trying to poison and whatever they planning and this and that. At the very end, they're gonna have to go answer to God. All right, and none of them is gonna escape. All right, guys. So that seems like that's all the information, and I'm thinking about posting a late night video. And make sure you check out the videos I posted today, guys. I did post a lot of videos today. Give me a second here. I want to go on X really quick. I'm gonna read your comments. If you can, give this video a big thumbs up. Thank you so much for your support. That was very concerning. Very concerning. Hold on. Okay, let me just read your comments. And God bless to every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Christian said thank you. Oh, God bless you. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. So Wayne said, I'm not blaming the US president. I'm blaming the, what is that, doctors? Thomasina said, US president will answer to God. Well, again, I believe that he was being used. But Joe knew what was really going on, and he put that under the rug. He was not going to let the public know what's really going on with this 2020 juice. Blue Angel said U.S. president was used, but Joe knew totally about it. Of course. Again, remember, guys, Donald is an outsider, all right? But Joe and all them people, they have their own group. I mean, they go to their secret whatever place they go to. They burn wood and do all that crazy stuff and sacrifice. I mean, I don't know what he do, but again, that's, the Bible talks about, medium, which is witchcraft, and the Bible command us to stay far away from that. It's not for us. And you could open up the door to demonic demons. That's what these people do. They do all that type of crazy stuff. Again, it's a cult. Again, Joe knows what's going on. Again, all those people know what's going on. Melanie said, you're cutting in and out, off and on audio and visually. I'm so sorry about that. Stephen said, money is the root of all evil. Elizabeth said, the first person who was a nurse dropped DEAD in front of the world, and people still took it. I think I know which one you're talking about. I've seen the first person falling, and it was live. and I guess it was, yeah, it was a woman, and she had like scrubs on. I guess she was like a doctor or a nurse, and she sat down, and they got the rubbing alcohol, and then it got the needle and just put the remedy, and then she was talking like nothing, and then all of a sudden, boom, she fell. Like she literally fell, and that right there should have woke up a lot of people. But guess what? It didn't. A lot of people still went for the juice. Give me a second here. I highly doubt anything will happen. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. But remember what the Bible says, that there will be a lot of pestilence, meaning there will be a lot of disease. There will be a lot of health issue. There will be so many things to come. So, yeah, so I do believe that. And by the way, people are acting a little strange. I mean, it just ever since, past 2020, things have completely been a little off. Andrew said, Trump also said, you let the snake in. Someone said there's no headlines popping up. I'm sorry, I'm just reading your comments. Guys, if you can, let's make it to 300. Who, Blue Angel says, Steven, I totally understand my brother passed away in 2021 of the CV. Hey, who's that? Blue Angel, my condolences to you and to your family. I'm so sorry that happened. Hey, Michael Gale said Joe gave billions to Iran. Joe gave a lot of money to a whole bunch of people except for us. He gave a lot of money again to the world. It's just insane. But we got $750. That's the only thing we got. So Blue Angel said people have gone cuckoo for Cocoa Puff. Christian said, "Hey, can you link the article here?" Um, when I'm done, I'm gonna share it. Give me a second. I can't respond for some reason. I just can't because I'm using a phone. I'm gonna leave the link in my description box when I'm done. Okay, so it's gonna be in the description box. Actually, hold on. I just shared it on my Twitter page. If you go to the description box, just click on my account. It says X. Just click on that, and you will see the end time headlines. I did post it. I shared that in my X account. I don't know why Elon changed the name to X. Yeah, just follow my X account. It sounds like follow my X. Elon. Give me a second here. I'm just double checking to see if I shared it. Yes. So I just shared it, guys. So if you want to check it out, it's on my Twitter page. And geez, look at this. Man. Oh, so that was 2 hours ago. I missed this one. So DEFCON alert just put out this information. A missile launched towards the Holy Land territory was intercepted. The Holy Land military reported that the missile was intercepted after sirens were sounded in accordance with protocol. Note, the title is fixed. Apologies. Okay, so give me a second here. Everything's good though. The Holy Land, they have missile defense system. They're pretty good when it comes to taking out those missiles. So once again, guys, the U.S. president will announce he will be signing some executive order tomorrow. All right. So Canadian prepper believes that it's going to be for nuclear. Yeah, you see that? Canadian prepper said It's for making nuclear weapons. So the U.S. president to invoke wartime act on orders to increase nuclear energy in the U.S. Canadian pepper said that it's for making nuclear weapons. I kind of agree with Canadian Prepper. I do agree with that one. I totally agree. Um, Building some very powerful weapons here, guys, and yeah, hopefully nothing happens though. But again, just pay attention to Iran. All right, so they are talking about 48 hours. All right, so all right. Oh, Friday, very important day. You got the U.S. and Iran. They're gonna be discussing the nuclear deal. So if something bad goes on, I mean, if something bad comes out of that meeting, and Benjamin said that he's gonna fire towards Iran. Um, yeah. So guys, there was a there was a breaking news earlier today out of San Diego, California. There was a bird that went down, and my condolences to the families and friends that lost their loved ones. But there's a lot of stuff happening with all the again, the planes and stuff. And there was another breaking news that happened in I think CIA headquarters. Man, it's just every day there's something going on. Mm. Someone say, what's my Twitter? If you go to my description box, it should be there. But this is my Twitter page. It's the real GS News. All right, so that's my Twitter page. Believe it or not, I get more views on Twitter than on YouTube. That's crazy. It goes to tell you that, YouTube is really doing their part silencing. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Is it buffering? Wow. I'm sorry, guys. Hey, share the article from that phone. Share the article from that phone. Again, like I say, guys, the news article is in my Twitter page. Just follow me on Twitter. Israeli News Live just put a video out that is pissed off at Bibi. Oh, I gotta check. That's Stephen. Man, who's that? Israeli News Live. I think I know which one you're talking about. He was upset with Bibi. Guys, I'm pretty upset with Bibi. I am. I'm pretty upset with Benjamin. I am. I'm really, really upset. I mean, come on. We need to stop dropping all that, powerful equipment. And then you have a senator from Florida said that we should drop a nuke on GAZA. I mean, it's just very sad. Stephen Danoon. I was gonna say Stephen Banoon. Man, I got confused with the name. Thank you so much, Christian. I remember the Dome. I believe there was a book they wrote. Someone said. Thank you, Birdie. You're coming in fine. Thank you so much, Birdie. I'm thinking about getting a bird, but this one here is like $250, and my daughter fell in love with it. And it's a bird that it just stays on your shoulder, and it has a mohawk, and it says certain words and everything. So with these tariff, everything's just going up. Kristen said, "You're welcome. Been watching him for over 13 years. Wow, he's been on YouTube for over 13 years. Man, just like Pastor Paul Begley. and Dabu77. These people have been around since the very beginning of YouTube. They've been around since there weren't news media on YouTube. That was the best days, man. YouTube was beautiful. I mean, it was only for us until the news media came and just messed everything up. Hmm. Wow. Birdie said my cockatoo cost me $3,500. That's my Rosie Bear. Wow. I seen them too. That's again for a lot of people that's pretty high, but it seems like that's a good price there. Who's that? Taquinyon said learned of C19 from YouTube. See, guys, back in 2020, they were calling us conspiracy theories about the Jews. They even suspended us. They hid our videos, and now 4 or 5 years later, the conspiracy theorists were right. Wow. Like I said, they're gonna have to answer to God. Yeah, they're gonna have to answer to God. All right, so I saw a white parrot that barks. All right, so that's strange. Man, I'm sorry. A bird that barks? Man. Um, Someone said, which Jews? I have no idea what you're talking about. Who's that, Joe? I don't know, you responding to someone else or just asking a question. You have to leave them in your will. But again, guys, 4 or 5 years later, now they are telling us that this thing is not good. The juice, the remedy in 2020 is not good. I think Donald came out with he came out with a brand new website, and it has all the information. But justice should be served. These people should be persecuted. But guess what? Nothing's gonna happen to them. And it truly bothers me. It does. It truly bothers me that these people get away with a lot of stuff. But I got to remind myself that as a Christian, we need to pray for them, because what they're heading to is brutal. It is. It's brutal. They have received a reward on earth. Great. My rooster is making sounds now. Give me a second here, guys. Give me a second. Hopefully the Wi-Fi doesn't go out. It's like the Blair Witch Project here. I'm sorry. Oh. Tyson, come here, boy. guys. Hey. All right, so my dogs are doing great. Okay. All right, so all right, down, and I don't want the neighbors to complain. Jeez, it's almost 1 o'clock in the morning. All right, guys, I think I'm gonna end it here, but I want to thank every single one of you for tuning in. Thank you so much, and I will keep it updated on this one. Please pray for each other. I keep it updated with the C19 news. All right, so I got a video coming up later tonight. So thank you so much for tuning in. Oh, by the way, I'm still sending prayers to Patrick Humphrey. I think he reached his goal for the GoFundMe. So we are still sending prayers to Patrick Humphrey' wife, Tatum. I think that's her name. And again, Patrick, if you're watching this, um, I'm glad everything's going well for your wife and your family. And again, if you need anything, like I said, you could email me. My email is in the description box. All right, guys. Good night. Thank you so much. Hey, if you can give this video, let's reach up to 400 likes. um, all right. So I agree, Christian. I agree. This is horrible. Need to answer to God. All right, guys. Have a good night. Thank you so much for watching.